Today, we're going to be talking about the progress that we've done in our group so far. But as you can see, Afni's not here, but she will post on her blog what she's added to what we've done so far.
So here we have, like, obviously, if we look down, it's just simply because we have a list of the things that we want to discuss in this video. So we just, like, Chloe highlighted this already, but we just want to, like, just let you know basically where we are in our kind of, like, journey. Even though it's at the start, we just want to give you kind of, like, a glimpse of how each of us are contributing to the team, which is essential for this coursework.
So far, we've stayed behind after school as a group, and we, like, discuss what could be improved, what word sounds better, and then we went through it as a group and then got, like, other people who don't do media to have their own perspective on our work, and if it works well, what can be improved.
Yeah. So what we did is after we'd done the narrative, we pitched it to those that obviously didn't do media, like Chloe said, and so from there we were able to, like, see if we needed to change it, because sometimes when you do it, you don't necessarily see that it doesn't necessarily work, or for people, or that people wouldn't understand. So we thought it was a good idea to bring a few, like, from boys and girls perspective. So that's what we basically did, like, for them to see if they liked the idea, or if they can actually see that happening, or if they'll actually go and watch it, which is something that I think is important when you're doing a trailer, because you need to know if your audience would actually pay that amount of money to go and watch it.
And this also interlinks with research that Priscilla carried out, and she did, like, a poll on all the different titles that we had brainstormed as a group. And then we got the most ticks for Insanity, so then we chose that as our title for our trailer.
Yeah, because before we were kind of conflicting within the team, because some of us liked Insanity, but some of us didn't. So I just thought it might be a good idea for us in a little, like, mini sort of, like, audience survey, for them to see if it fits in with the narrative. That was one of the most important things, to see if the title actually fitted with the narrative, because once you know it fits in the narrative, then kind of, like, I don't know, I think it kind of makes everything, like, linked together.
It gives the audience an idea of what the narrative is about as well.
Oh yeah, in terms of the brainstorming, what we did is, obviously we said this before, but we also brainstormed, like, the characters, like, the names that, you know, we wanted for the trailer. Yeah. So we had, most of them consisted of, not most of them, but there were a few unisex names, because before we wanted to do, like, Find a Girl.
Yeah.
Clover theory of the Find a Girl. So that's why we basically done that. So yeah, but I think our ideas kind of got changed. But so if it did get changed, we'll get back to you as to why we changed it. Or having a final girl, so you can see that as well.
And also, when writing the narrative, we had, like, elements of music and lighting. So it sort of reinforces, like, what it would look like and what it would appear to the audience in the trailer.
Yeah, and it kind of also made us, like, have an insight ourselves to how it actually looked like if we actually to film it. Like, it gives us an idea of when we should film it. So if we're doing, like, a night scene, so, like, darkness, in terms of darkness against light, we had to film at a specific time. Because obviously you can't exactly do that on the editing, or just be too long, even if you can. So it kind of helped us with our planning as well, by having the different, like, sort of, like, criteria that we needed, like the sound. We also included sound as well. So the things, in terms of sound, we're more likely to change it, but we just done something really quite simple for that.
So we can get an idea. And we also, like, before writing the actual trailer, we looked at other narratives on the internet, but also we gained influence from other trailers to, like, so how they structure the narrative. So it kind of relates to Todorov and the equilibrium, disequilibrium,
and the new
equilibrium.
And yeah, in terms of what Chloe said, we kind of linked it as well. In terms of researching, we linked it with the theorists that we were going to include, which came up to, who did we use? We used Paul Wells, obviously, audience theory.
Yeah,
so we went around, we done Barthes and Enigma Code. We done, I think we were thinking of doing, like, something with a male gaze, but we're not completely sure yet, because obviously it's still early days of our narrative. We included quite a few. Yeah, we included quite a few theorists, which we would get in writing for you, because I don't know if we've included the whole people that we wanted to include. And we also had other influences, even though I said this on my blog, but we had other influences from like literature, because horror started from Gothic literature, and because most of us, all of us in our group do like English literature, so we kind of we were inspired by the book. So that's another inspiration.
So Tell of the Screw.
Yeah, Tell of the Screw was the one we got influenced by.
Because the main protagonist, well, the kind of villain,
his
name is Flora, so she's influenced by Flora from Tell of the Screw.
Yeah, and also, if in terms of like the actual horror genre, it was influenced also by Case 39 and Orphan. But we didn't take the idea, we just wanted to see where. I remember me and you were doing this. We actually went through different trailers to see when, like, the beginning of it was. So how many seconds it took for, let's say, the opening, and then for it to progress. So we made like a detail analysis, of the opening, the middle, and ending, like when things should get darker,
and when it should reach a climax. And
without really too much. Yeah. So that's what we've basically done. And currently, I'm still looking, but we're looking for like characters to play. But we're looking for actors or actresses to play the characters. So what I've been doing is asking a few people if they want to be in a trailer. So far I've got a few good responses, but we're still hoping to get a few more, just in case that some of the people that we want to use in our trailer can't be in because of, let's say, illness or whatever reason. So we want to have like a backup of people just in case someone can't make it. So yeah. That's what we've basically been up to right now. So if we have any more of like where we are, we'll be posting it, so make sure you stay tuned.